All right, I think we're ready to go. It's 4 o'clock on the button, and we're here to celebrate. My name is Dan Voce. I'm honored to be the superintendent of Mora Public Schools, and also very fortunate to be in this spot at this time. So welcome. As I mentioned, this is a historic day here in Mora for Mora Public Schools and the entire Mora community. And we're here today to celebrate and break ground, for sure, for the new Mora High School. We are sitting at the spot where the new Mora High School will soon be built. And if you can look this way, right up there, that's where the new Mora High School will be built. And it'll go out towards the track and the football field. The entrance will be right up by that parking lot there. And if you can imagine, this beautiful entrance to the new Mora High School will be here sooner than we know it. Over the next 2 years, we will be able to see the transformation of the new state-of-the-art Mora High School. And we would not be here today to celebrate without the support of our community members who voted to approve this new Mora High School, along with the dedication, the many volunteers and supporters who worked together to make this dream a reality. Furthermore, we would not be here without the vision, the leadership, the passion, and the perseverance of our past and present school board members and superintendent. So I'd like to take a moment to recognize their leadership. I'll say their names, and then I'll have them stand, if they're already standing, and we can give them a round of applause. Scott Moe, Bob Woods, Bob Jensen, Tammy Bohachik, Deb Helene, Matt Hagerness, and Don Semilak, and Craig Schultz. Let's give them a round of applause. I would also like to recognize the outstanding efforts of our high school administrators, Mr. Brent Nelson and Mr. Nick Bakke, along with the entire Mora school staff and school students who worked on some of the design. They spent countless of hours and unwavering support throughout this project. I'd also like to thank ICS Construction Company, Bold Architects, for helping design this 21st century high school. Our students and community will be proud of this facility, and it will be shared for generations to come. I'd also like to thank the City of Mora, along with Kanabec County, for their support and cooperation during the planning and approving of this project, along with Welia and Randy and their support throughout the entire project, along with this building. I did a little history on the Mora High School thanks to a few Mora residents. The first Mora High School was built in the late 1800s. I want to say around 1890 or so. The second Mora High School was built in 1935 and I think completed in 36, with additions in the 1950s, the 1970s, and most recently in 1989. And now the third Mora High School will be built and completed in the fall of 2023. Quite an exciting moment for Mora. And I know the Mora community has waited for a long, long time, and Don was telling me that it was 2007 or 8 that the concept was first talked about, and in 2012 started to ask for voter approval. And finally, we're here. The new Mora construction is a reality. And as the famous quote suggests, good things happen to those who wait. Since Mora has waited longer than usual, great things are going to happen for Mora. So the time is now The wait is over. Today is the day. Let's break ground. Together, we will witness history. Yes. Ethan. Yes. Did I forget Karen and Ethan? You were on my list. Karen Kirshner and Ethan. Sorry, I bypassed you. Thanks, Bob. You were on my speech. They were instrumental as well. And we invited them on purpose. So together we will witness history. Together we will watch the construction of the new Mora High School. And together we will impact generations of Mora Mustang students. These students will thrive in a new learning environment, and our community and its citizens will benefactors for a long, long time. So I want to congratulate the Mora School District, the City of Mora, and the Mora community. Everyone who has contributed to making this a reality. Way to go, Mora Mustangs. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to invite a couple of our choir students, Mackenzie Merkwan and Autumn Peterson, to come and sing the National Anthem for us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, where so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right. Fantastic. Thank you. So the agenda for today, we have a couple of guest speakers from the school board, from student council, from the high school teaching staff, and then high school principal, Mr. Nelson. And then at that time, we'll do some, get our shovels dirty a little bit. We'll take some groundbreaking photos from the class of 2024. We have some Mustang kids lined up, the Vote Yes Committee, past and present high school staff, administration, past school board and superintendent, and present school board and superintendent. So at this time, make sure I'm going right, I would like to invite Scott Moe, chairperson of the school board, up to the podium to speak.
Good afternoon. Wow, it's nice to look out here, and Doyle, I'm going to pick on you to say I noticed you, even if they didn't, and I'm glad that Bobby was able to pick out Ethan and Karen, because I was going to say that too. That I'm looking around, I don't think I see any other former board members, but Doyle Katzman, thank you, also. Our schools, they span generations, of here in town. My parents moved here in 1962, bought a new lot on a block where this new school called Fairview Elementary had just, been put up. Why? They were a young family just getting started. And that's where they wanted to be. I'm actually looking out here, I'm looking right at Jody, because Jody and I grew up about 2 houses apart, actually 1 house in between us. And she grew up right next to the elementary principal, she did. So yeah, you needed more watching out than the rest of us. But again, these schools in our community, they span generations. I look out here and I see friends that I graduated with, teachers that taught me, kids that I have had and done stuff in theaters and coaching that Bob and Ethan and I were all coaches in that together, and all these things come together that nothing ever stays the same. We've been working on it. We've been working on the new school. I know earlier on other school boards had worked because it's a never-ending process. But again, all these things, they span generations. Just like our new school that comes in here. I mean, it's been 45 years since we built, and it wasn't even a new school. It was adapted onto, but we are certainly hoping that for the next 45 years, 50 years, we're going to have this. There still will be changes. There will be add-ons, additions, because things change. I started, at Mora High School in the fall of 1978 as a 7th grader. Computers, they didn't exist. I was, a couple of years after that, I was in Irv Erickson's class in one of the very first computer classes that were there. The computer took up half of that room, and just what a change, like I said, in 40 some years. And nowadays, I mean, I'm looking at Shane, how many hundreds, how many thousands of computers and computer devices do we have throughout there? I mean, we just take it for granted. Those changes occur. But I, as a school board rep, would like to say thank you all to all of our members of the community for our, the support, the debates that are out there, the pros, the cons, to get everything out there. We are very happy, to have this day come forward so we can turn this dirt over and start working on this new building. Thank you so much, and to our kids that are in the future, you guys remember this, because there's going to come a time in the future too for you to, it'll be your turn to step up. So thank you all for coming, and I will turn it over, looks like to Lily and Annalise. I'm not sure which one, if you want to talk together, come on up.
Good afternoon. My name is Lily Dowdy, and I am a freshman here at Mora High School. I am also going to be part of the first graduating group of seniors from the new building. I was asked to say a few words because we want the community to see from a student's point of view how this new building is going to be beneficial for not only the students that attend, but the homeschooled or online students that do other activities like sports or clubs. A huge benefit of having all the grades at one location is that it's going to make it easier for visiting sports and clubs teams, homeschool students or online students to find different places like classrooms or the offices. It will also help them not have to know which school, either the high school or the elementary school, their practices, games, or meets are going to be at, which can get very confusing for those that don't attend either of our current buildings. Having the new school will be good for several other reasons as well. We all know the building is kind of falling apart and all the problems can't always be fixed with remodels because of the age and the structure of the building. Our maintenance crew has done a wonderful job making sure our building is safe for everyone, but after so long, there's only so much you can do with a building as old as ours. Having this new building will solve all of those things and add other things we want fixed but didn't really necessarily need fixing, like the inadequate spacing for our people to learn in, which is especially lacking in the trades area of our current building. Having the new building will eliminate these problems and will create a safer and healthier environment for students, staff, visitors, and the community. As happy as I am to be part of the first graduating class of the new building, I am bummed I will not get more time to spend in it. I am also sorry for those that won't get the opportunity to be in the new building every day for classes. But something we should be happy for is every student, class, teacher, or staff member that will be able to experience the new and definitely improved Mora High School. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Annalise Van Hale and I'm also a freshman this year at Mora High School, and I was asked to speak tonight along with Lily to just talk about the new school. Some things we're excited for is the natural light that's going to be coming in from the windows, the spacious rooms for learning or congregating, and the easier access to classrooms and resources. Not only will updates in the new layout look nice, but I truly feel it would help people concentrate better and help students get the most out of their high school education. I also feel that it will just be a refreshing and calm environment to be in for everybody in learning and teaching. Another benefit of the new building is that the layout looks to provide a sense of community and unity among students and staff through less confined spaces and allowing people to interact with each other more, other than just the people in that one classroom, but other peers and students from other grades and other staff as well. I believe this new building will bring people together. All in all, we are just super excited and we can't wait for our senior year. I want to say thank you to everyone who voted to get this referendum passed. It really means a lot to us and many other people, and we can't wait to be part of the first graduating class from the new Mora High School. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jackie Stevens. I'm an English teacher at Mora High School. We have been waiting for this day for so long. We have been waiting for the opportunity to teach high school-sized students in a classroom designed for high school students, not elementary students. We have been waiting for our 8th grade science teacher who teaches about the weather to have windows in her classroom in order to see the weather. I have been waiting for my student who is in a wheelchair to gain back the 20 minutes of class time she misses every day in order to make her way to the only restroom she can access. We have been waiting for a school that is safe and secure and healthy for everyone inside it and allows school staff to easily supervise. We have been waiting for our career and tech ed teachers to have adequate spaces for their classes because our teachers aren't short on creativity or work ethic, but they are limited by our current facilities. We have been waiting for our students to reap the benefits of natural light in their classes, which boosts overall mood and well-being. I have the research I can show you. We have been waiting for a space for student collaboration that isn't the concrete floor in the hallway. We have been waiting for a place our students can be proud of. I'm the Knowledge Bowl coach, and last year I took our team to another district for a Knowledge Bowl meet. When we walked inside, our students were so enamored with the features inside this high school we visited, they asked me if I thought it was okay if they took a picture. I said, of course. And then they asked me to take their picture inside of this other high school. I have been waiting for a time when our students want to take pictures of their own school. And now, with today's groundbreaking, the wait is almost over. 15 years ago, I started my career in education at Mora High School. I knew nobody. Even in those 15 years, I think about how much teaching has changed and how many new strategies and technologies I use now. I think about how many new jobs exist today for our students than when I began teaching, when the first iPhone hadn't even been released. It's time for a new building as well, one that is up to today's standards and technology, ADA accessibility, safety and security, health and well-being. A new building that is designed for collaboration and learning in this century. Today, I still have no familial ties to this town, but over time, I have found my family. I have found my family of colleagues. I have found my family of students. And our Mustang family is almost done waiting for a beautiful new home. And now we'll hear from Mora High School's principal, Brent Nelson.
"19 more months of teaching at the current Mora High School. The busy street, Maple, Mr. Bakke, I'm looking at Mr. Bakke, he and I have watched, we've each seen at least one student get hit by a car. Only 19 more months of that fear. The secure entrance, Mr. Bakke and I next year will each have 5 of our own children in that building. And if you send your kids there, you know that there's always that fear. There's not a secure entrance. You get buzzed in, you can go anywhere you want. 19 more months. The girl in the wheelchair Dr. Stevens is talking about. I saw her going down the hall one time with her friends, but they couldn't, she had to turn around and go a different direction than her friends because there were stairs there and she couldn't keep going. 19 more months. 660 660 is how many square feet are in Patty Ennis's classroom. Guess what happens when you put 30 high schoolers in a room that's 660 square feet? They're sitting on laps. It makes education very difficult. 19 more months of that. I'm looking at our students back here and these lovely ladies up here that are involved in our activities. Guess what in the winter they do while they wait for their ride? The stairs with the salt and the sand and the slush, they sit on those steps and wait for their parent or guardian to pick them up. This new high school, you'll be in a commons. You'll be sitting on furniture with natural light. 19 more months of that. Dr. Stevens talked about natural light. Natural light fights depression. In 19 months, we're going to be fighting depression at Mora High School. It's really awesome to see the board members here, the past board members, the current board members. Blood, sweat, and tears. That's what it took. When I first got here in 2012, there was a referendum right away in August, and we just got shellacked. It was 2 no votes to every 1 yes vote. The board voted 6-0, saying this is the right thing to do for the community, the right thing to do for students. And over the next 8 years, we lost referendum after referendum. But every time, the board voted 6-0, 6-0, 6-0, because they knew. Thank you, boards, for not giving up. Thank you, Craig Schultz, for not giving up. Thank you, district office staff, running special referendums, special elections. That's a ton of extra work. It's very easy to say, let's take a year off. They weren't. They were relentless. And we got it done, and we did it for kids. Thank you, district office staff. The many vote yes committees. I see a lot of smiling faces that I recognize here. Early on in 2012, I wasn't involved, but I know Ty Hoagland organized. I know Brooke Kowalik, Tammy Bohacek. They were huge parts of that vote yes committee in 2012. Many of the referendums in the middle, Dr. Stevens, Mr. Charlie Whitbread, Lindsay Peterson, Jake Corrigan. I'm missing a lot of names here, but I know those people had a huge role in vote yes. And then there's the 605 team. This is the dream team. These are the folks that got it done. The last 2 referendums, they blood, sweat, and tears, every one of them. They were away from their family. They were away from their friends. They spent a lot of time together. I'm looking at some of them right now. I'm going to say their names right now. Nancy Peterson, Shayna Hamill, Amber Axtell, Trish Grabning, Mike Rue, Ryan Kruschel, Amy Schultz, Beth Brandt, Jody Bakke, Devin Kelling. That's the 605 team. 605, if you don't know, that's the number of votes that we won by. 2040 to 1435. Thank you, Amy, for this. She knew how important this was to me. She got me a frame. The many door knockers, we had students, we had alumni. A lot of you right here in this crowd, you made phone calls, you wrote letters to the editor. Thank you for that. Thank you for not giving up. Teachers for Truth. This was a group of 4 teachers that just wanted transparency. Thank you, Patty Ennis, Daryl Lindstrom, Jenny Berry, Dr. Stevens. There's 4 people I want to also thank in the crowd, and I could not have gotten through this without them. My supportive wife, Amy. My sons, Legend, Stratton, and Merrick. I lost a lot of family time being involved in referendums, and I apologize for all the time I was gone. But I believed in this, and I knew this was best for you and for our community. So thank you for your support through all the years. And then last, just the community. just want to thank our amazing, amazing, amazing community of Mora, Minnesota. We're on the map. We're going to be attracting people. This is the place to live. It's the place to raise kids. It's the place to get an education. Thank you, community. At this time, could I invite the class of 2024, any of the ninth graders to come on up here, and we're going to get some photos. All right, hold on. We're going to do this right. Ladies, you want to come on over here? Here you go. Here you go, bud. All right. Oh, yeah, we're going all out. I don't know if I can wear it. You guys want to throw one of these on? Can you pass our head? Thank you, bud.
I think we can wear it backwards. How about that?
Any class of 24, come on up here. Ninth graders, please.
Lola. Where's Lola?
All right, you are the 5.
Okay, we need Lola.
Lola, we need you. All right, can you throw the vest on?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Somebody want to hold this?
We'll tell you. This move? You think, or?
Oh darn, there's not enough. Put it back on.
What's that? Yeah, sure. You got it. Any Mora public school staff other than Jackie? Ann Gron's over here. Kelly. Shane. Tim. Fusi. Well, we didn't ask you if you liked it. We just called your name to get up there. Let's see who else we have. Mr. Baki. Mr. Brent, Mr. Quall. There's Fusi. See? There you go. Helene, she's going to be in the other picture. She could probably be in more than one, though. Mr. Nelson, how about you? You count. I'll get the picture. Don't lean on them.
Yeah. That's what I always got accused of. That's what I said.
We've got past school board and past superintendent. Did you want to do administration or what? No? Okay. Past school board and past superintendent. Is Craig here yet? Mr. Schultz? Karen? Doyle? Don? Not yet. Said the best for last.
Get a good picture with us
The
together
last.
in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
You get a few
No,
more
he's
shovels.
enjoying it. He's finding stuff to do. Him and Mom have been able to travel a little bit, and he doesn't have to worry about the office.
Get rid of the stress and
It's amazing.
it's a lifestyle change that
Much needed.
because he was telling me about his health issues
Right.
and stuff. So
But that's what we're doing.
yeah, isn't that something?
It's amazing what happens when you get rid of stress.
What do you tell me? You retired, Jennifer?
Not yet. No, we want you here. See ya.
Show us how to use those shovels. There you go, Ethan. All right, perfect. Thank you. All right. Current school board and superintendent.
I'm gonna shave my head. School nurse says I can't wear it.
Right.
Still got the sound on, Tim? Anybody with Wolder ICS? Wolder ICS, come on up. Wolder ICS, anyone from Wolder ICS? Still got sound. Is there anyone else that wants a picture? You can certainly come up and grab a picture if you want. Yep. Got plenty of sand. We need it leveled out. Nice. If it'll hold still. Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can certainly close this ceremony up. Congratulations to the Mora schools and the Mora community for all the hard work that's gone into this project. And we'll look forward to seeing real progress here. Sean and Evan, when are we going to see some progress? Tomorrow? Today yet? Okay. So we started today, and you'll be able to see this evolve into the new Mora High School every step of the way. So let's give everybody a round of applause. Thank you for coming, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Yes.